Okay, we're here. Let's see if that works. Yeah. We are here.
It's 7 o'clock.
And we're here. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it is time for Ask Chris Anything. It's Google Photos. You know, Chris wrote the book on Google Photos. Learn Google Photos.
Yep. I did.
So what are you
tell
doing
a
there?
little bit more about that.
You're playing with photos, aren't you?
I'm seeing that we really are gone live because I didn't get any notifications that I thought I would get.
Well, Debbie and Dazzle are here.
Okay,
so
okay.
We're good to go. If you guys
What
are
else
here.
do we need? Debbie and Dazzle are here. All right.
That doesn't look good.
Hello.
I need to fix that. I'm going to have to figure out what the problem is with that, or maybe I just need to bring Wait up.
He's got new systems here.
Well, they changed their thing here, so I don't.
The color isn't. We need a white against the background rather than a black against the background.
Let's see there.
Hey,
That
there we
helps.
go.
Cool.
You're good.
Well, I'm learning.
It's him that makes all this happen.
Yeah.
I just answer questions.
Let's see if that's where it goes. Okay, so we got some people coming in here. Ross is here. Wow, South Australia. Good to see
Australia.
you.
Oh, excellent. Because that's one of the reasons that we did this, at evening time, our time, in hopes that it's not too bad for the people on the other side of the planet. So, hello, welcome.
Okay. Jalen's here from the Low Country, South Carolina. We'll be heading up in that direction soon. Who else? Linda Belcher's here.
Hi, Linda.
And Nancy.
Looking forward to going to Hawaii with you.
We are indeed looking forward to going to Hawaii. I don't care who we're going with. There's a question. I'll put that up later. So, better star that. Dazzle is a dog.
Yes, Dazzle the dog.
All right.
Always a learning curve. Isn't that the truth? And just when you
that.
have it learned, it changes.
They do that, don't they? That's true.
That's right. That's right.
The old days. Okay, you're going to go in here? Is that for me?
That is. That's your cue.
That's my cue. Well, let's see if it's here. I don't see it.
It was just a second ago.
It was. What did I do with it? Do you take lots of photos with your phone? And do you want them automatically gathered and organized? Well, that's...
Of course you do.
Oh, of course you do. That's why Google Photos was created. But you probably have questions.
We have answers.
Of course you do.
Hopefully some of the answers match your questions.
We'll see how that works out for us, okay?
Okay.
All right, so.
And I better have some answers because I do specialize in Google Photos. I wrote a book on it called Learn Google Photos. You can get it at Amazon. And I am a Google product expert. They've given me the title of, what's that? Diamond. I'm up to
level.
Diamond level.
Diamond level product expert.
And next month, they're flying me, and he's coming along to London for the Product Experts Conference, the summit, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll have even more to tell you when we get back from there. Or while we're there. We might go live while we're there.
We might go live while we're there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well.
So the book,
If you say so.
Learn Google Photos, is the book, and it is available on Amazon. We also have a special version, spiral bound, but we're out of stock of that. So you have to get it at Amazon. But if you are a Geeks on Tour premium member, then you have access to the PDF of it. That's just one of your benefits of membership at geeksontour.com. You get the book. But the book is from 2021. You probably noticed that on the front page, 2021. There's a few things that have changed
Since then?
since 2021.
Hard to believe.
So I keep a page of updates, and I want to show you that. So it's geeksontour.com/GP updates. And I have them dated, and I reference what chapter is affected. So let's look at just the last couple. There's been some changes just in the last month. Locked folder can now back up to cloud. I have been advising against using this feature called locked folder because it stored your secret photos on your device, and that's it. So if you happen to clear your cache or reset your device, those important photos were gone. So, and most people didn't understand that. They thought locked folder meant a place to keep their photos safer than safe. But now you can back up the locked folder to the cloud. So if you have some photos which you want to be very, very secret, it is an option now, but make sure that you use that option to back up to the cloud. Another thing that changed on August 30 is the settings menu on the Google Photos app. The settings menu looks different. Everything's still there, so no problem there. And expanding on the memory, I do want to show you this. The change, and I say that it affects Chapter 5 because Chapter 5 says, how do you find your memories? And there is this specific thing called memories that Google curates for us. And they're doing it even more now, and it's rolling out. So can you show my phone, and then you're going to need to hand me your phone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So do you notice, let me make sure you can see this. Do you notice at the bottom of my Google Photos screen, I have 4 tabs: Photos, Search, Sharing, and Library. They are rolling out a change where that sharing button won't be there anymore, and in its place will be memories, and sharing has moved to the top. Can you hand me your phone? So I don't have it yet, but Jim does. So I'm going to show you his phone and show you that one change. So in Google Photos, down at the bottom, where mine said Photos, Search, Sharing, and Library, his says Photos, Memories, Library, and Search. Where did sharing go?
They hide it. It's all the way at the top.
Sharing is now at the top, and it no longer says sharing. You have to realize that those 2 little heads. So I'm curious how many of you have, this is the new one, where sharing is at the top, and there's this thing called memories at the bottom. If any of you watching are seeing that, please mention it in the comments. I don't have it. It is in process of rolling out, is how they say that. So what is memories? You know, this up at the top, which we've had for a long time, these are called memories. So why do we need more memories? Well, Google thinks that we need more memories. So there's this. And they're really quite exquisite looking. And if we watch long enough here, we'll see that these images start doing a little slideshow in each of the image. and they're quite artistic looking. So Google is saying that these memories are like a scrapbook. So just more automatically curated memories by Google. Okay, so that's just kind of my little bit on new features in the last month.
Roz is on the old. Juanita Barber has a new one there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So some people do have it.
Yeah. Jolyn doesn't have it on her Pixel 7a.
Huh. Because I was wondering if it was a Pixel thing, because Jim has a Pixel.
No, Debbie has the same one. And, yeah, okay.
Her Pixel has the same as Jim. Okay, so you have the updated. Now you say cool, but, well, I hope you like it. Not everybody likes it. And if you don't like it,
too bad.
There's not much you can do about it. So,
okay.
But if you ever want to see what is new with Google Photos, geeksontour.com/GP for Google Photos updates. So today's questions. Go ahead.
Is there a way to select photos on my iPhone and manually upload them to Google Photos instead of using the automatic backup feature?
I've gotten this question in different forms, seems like several times lately, and I've been trying to kind of figure out why. I mean, Google Photos, raison d'etre, its reason to live is to put all of our photos up into the cloud so that your entire lifetime of photos is in one place. And then you can search and get memories and whatever from this one place. And people are saying, but I don't want all my photos in the cloud. It sounds to me like they want to go back to the way it was. I know that a lot of you back out there remember Picasa, right? And the way it was with Picasa is all of your photos were on your computer. And then anything that you wanted to share, you'd put in an album and you'd send that up to the web, Picasa web albums. With Google Photos, no, it wanted to upload everything, and then you can make albums up there, but everything was in the cloud. Well, I've been doing a little soul searching on this one because I am used to that way of working now, but I can see maybe not worrying about your thousands of pictures going to the cloud. Maybe you only want your good ones. There is a way. Number one, turn off the auto backup. That's a setting. You just turn it off. So all of your photos are on your phone, and all of your photos are on your phone, period. Then you can select the photos that you want to be shareable, put them in an album, and that's all you have to do, because albums are cloud creatures. So if you use your phone, put a photo in an album, of necessity, it will get uploaded, because that's how it works. And I want to show you this, just in case. I mean, there are people out there I know want to do this, because I've gotten this question a bit. So let me show you Google Photos with a special account. I have this test account called Alice. And if I go to Alice's Google Photos, I see all these weird things. There, I put those. Okay, so the most recent photos in Alice's account are from July 27. And she has a bunch, but she doesn't have thousands in here. All right. Now I want to show you Alice's on the phone. So this...
Oh, that's on there.
Can you, take down the... question. There we go. So this is
leftover.
Alice's phone, and she has some photos from September and August 22. So let's say that, and her auto backup is off. Can you see that there's a little cloud with a slash through it there? That means that on Alice's account, the auto backup is off. But if I choose, I'm going to choose just a few photos from August. So 1, 2, 3, 4 photos from August. I will add to an album. And this is something new too, these album highlights. Okay. So Alice, August. I'm going to call this album. August. And check mark. And of necessity, those will get uploaded. And they get uploaded to Alice's account. Let me go back over to the computer then, where we're looking just at the cloud on Alice's account. I'll do a refresh. And there are those 4 photos that I just put into an album, and there is the album. So if you want, if you really don't like the idea that Google Photos is uploading everything automatically, you can turn auto backup, they call it. You can turn that off and then just make albums of the things that you do want to be in the cloud. Not really the way Google Photos is meant to be used, but I get it if that's the way you would like to use it. Okay. Do we have any live questions you want to get through?
Sure. Let's see what we got here. My question. When I click download in Google Photos on my iMac, it says it downloaded, but I can't find the photo on my downloads or desktop. Where do they go?
Are you using a Chrome browser? Because in my video 574, one of my favorite videos, so video 574, it tells you how you can set your Chrome settings to ask where you want them downloaded. If it is downloading automatically to some place, that will also show up in your Chrome browser settings. Maybe okay.
I have a question that will crack you up. So far as face recognition is amazing with humans, goes beyond expectations, not with dogs, though. Well, too bad.
Well, now, Debbie, you have to understand, has a Cavalier King Charles Cavalier, however, and she gets together with a lot of other people that have the same breed. So I can see where it would get confused. It does. So, Debbie, you're saying that it puts Dazzle into a face group with other dogs that are not her, when it should be all her. Yeah, okay. You know that you can tell it this dog doesn't belong with the others, but you'd have to continue to do that every time it gets it wrong.
Hi, Peggy. And Bill and Karen from the Willamette Valley. And let's see. Sue has another question. I admin 2 nonprofits' Facebook pages. People provide photos in so many ways. Text to me, post on top of the app and Slack, and I download them. Is there a way to post on Facebook from Google Photos? If it's in your Facebook account, it's a share.
No, post on Facebook from Google Photos.
Oh, to pull instead of push.
Right. I have a video on that. Two things. Number one, the way you're supposed to share to Facebook from Google Photos is to start with Google Photos. I call it push rather than pull. You know, if you're in Facebook and you want to post a photo, I call that pull. And yeah, you can't do that. Facebook does not have access to your Google Photos. But if you start in Google Photos, you can select pictures, click share, and push over to Facebook. You can do that. Or my quick and dirty way
copy and paste.
Is to copy and paste. Yeah, you taught me that. I said you can do that, and I tried it, and yeah, you can. Let me show you that.
Okay.
Now this is on a computer. On the phone, yeah, the only way is to start in Google Photos, select the photos, click share, and share to Facebook. But on a computer, I can pick this this crazy photo here. I can right click and copy image. Then I can go to Facebook, and I'm just going to go to our private group here and pretend like and write a message and right click and paste. And then post. So that picture has been posted. So that's the quick and dirty way of taking a picture from Google Photos, posting it in Facebook.
Okay, when you see beautiful photos on Facebook that someone has taken, but it doesn't say who, are we allowed to download them and use for profiles, etc., or do you have to pay to use them? Good question.
Well, you're talking about copyright issues. So I can tell you that it is possible to do so. So it's the old can you or may you? Yes, you can. You just either long press if it's on the phone or you right click if it's on the computer, and you can save any picture you see in Facebook to your computer or your phone. Now, whether it's legal for you to use that somewhere else depends on the owner. So, I mean, worst case, you ask.
All right, if I purchase the Google editing app and use Magic Eraser on my phone, will the edits be reflected on the photo on my computer? Thanks from Arcadia.
Yes, if you're talking about the Google, when you say the photos on my computer, the photos actually stored on your computer have no link to Google Photos at all. So no, the photos that are on your C drive will be your originals. But if you use Magic Eraser on your phone, you go to your computer and you go to Google Photos on your computer, that it will reflect there. Yes, there it does sync between the phone and the cloud, but not to your hard drive, to any, there's no link to any photos on your hard drive.
Oh, Brother Tom is here. Hi.
Hello, Brother Tom.
How do you save a memory?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it depends on exactly where that memory is, but let me go through at least one. And let me go back to my account. Okay. So there's these memories up here. So one of them says trip to Illinois, Missouri. You said save a memory. Now, you can share a memory. You can share either the entire memory or just this photo. I tap to share. If you want to save it, I would tap the three dots and add to album and all items in this memory. And you can either add to an existing album or you make a new album and you give it basically the same name as that memory was. So that's it. Just in general, always, if you want to know, can I do something? I see this memory. I want to save it. Look at the screen. If you see three dots, try it. That's where options are. And also the share button is often a way to take actions with something on the screen.
Okay. Linda wants to know, how do you make a backup of the photos file in Google to offload from your computer?
Make a backup of the photos file in Google. You mean, I think you mean your photos are in Google Photos. You want a copy of them on your computer. Video 574. Or Google Takeout. So let me show you my suggested way of doing that. So I'm on my computer and I'm looking at my Google Photos. It goes from September 2023 all the way back to 1890. I can tell you I have over 100,000 photos in here. If I just want a backup of all of them, the only way to do that right now is with Google Takeout. It's a bit of a mess. My recommendation is, and what I do, is I back up every month. So in August, I made an album for my best August pictures. I want a copy of that on my computer hard drive. You just open the album, click the three-dot menu, and download all. And it will give you a zip file of all of those photos. So to summarize, you can have an album of photos in your Google Photos cloud, and you can download that album to your C drive. Then you can make an album for every year, for example, and then you just download each year. That's not really too bad. Or you can use Google Takeout, which you can access from your account. Let me see, where is it? I think it's in your account. Right. It's up here somewhere. You can export your data. Make a copy of your photos and videos, which you can use with a service outside of Google. Export your data. I'm on the web. I clicked on the little gear. Export your data. And that takes you to Takeout, to Google Takeout. But don't expect that to be simple. I think making an album for each year, and then I do it by month. But if you wanted to make it by year and download each year, I think that's a much better way of doing it.
Okay, a couple more. I put actual dates on my photos, but backup loads another copy with new dates. These are identical photos that are already on there.
I put actual dates on. So you mean, I don't quite know. I put actual dates on my photo, but backup loads another. So you're you're taking photos with your phone. Maybe you're taking photos of old photos in an album, and before you get to it, it has already uploaded those with today's date on it. Now you go to those photos and you change the date, and it uploads it again because it considers that change to have made a new photo. You just need to work with your workflow and turn off the backup on the phone until after you've gotten the date corrected. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not sure that I'm following.
How about this one? Okay. Mitch and Carol, S23 Ultra does not have the soon-to-be Google Photos update. And a Picasa question from Mitch and Carol. Buying a new PC, is Picasa still available?
Why? It's old. You should not be using Picasa. I actually do every once in a while still use Picasa. If you're on a Windows PC, yeah, on a Mac, no, it doesn't work at all. If you're on a Windows PC, there are ways to get the installation files for Picasa. If you're a Geeks on Tour premium member, we have a copy that members have access to. You can install that, and it does still work on Windows. It works to do things like editing and making collages. I still love Picasa's and making movies. It does not work to do anything that exports
to the
web or to external devices. It's just working with your photos on the computer. Picasa does still work.
Okay, when I share to Facebook, it wants to share on my personal account, not the one she's admin to.
That could be a problem. There is, when you share to Facebook, there is a little drop down. The next question should be this.
Yeah.
There is a little drop down that will let you choose a group or a page, but I don't know about a feed from a different account. You'd have to be logged into that account before you open Google Photos. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Okay. Ed asks, I upload 246 gigabyte wow, from a flash drive to Google Photos, and on lower left notification it showed loaded 246 gigabytes, 19,362 files, but I can't find them. I checked recent, different dates, etc. Where could they be?
If they really did upload, and I've been back and forth with Ed a couple times here. If they really did get uploaded, and you look and you looked for recently uploaded and they're not there, then I think the only answer is they got uploaded to a different account, that you didn't realize when you drag and dropped them that where you were dropping them was a different account than where you thought they were going. For example, I have my Chris account, but then I have a couple other test accounts, and I also have access to his account. So I could have had one of those other accounts open on my computer when I dragged and dropped. Either that or they didn't get uploaded. There's only two possibilities here. Either they didn't get uploaded or they got uploaded to a wrong account. So if you have any other accounts, check them all and see if those are there. But also there is one other possibility that you uploaded, what did you say? 250 gigabytes to an account that you're not paying for more than the free 15 gigabytes. So it would say, oh yeah, I uploaded them, but then it rejected all but the 15 gigabytes that you're allowed. You'd have to be paying for the terabyte option to get, because the first option is 100 gigabytes, the next one is 200, and then I think it jumps to a terabyte. So that's the last one, the last option.
Okay. So, is it that one? Next one. Judy, please confirm the search function only searches images in the cloud.
This was one from last week's our What Does This Button Do show, where Judy Reinheimer asked me to confirm that, yes, search only looks at the cloud. And I said, no, it looks on the phone too. I'm wrong. She was right. I was thinking, when you view your photos just using Google Photos on the phone, you are seeing both the photos that are on the device and the photos that are in the cloud. But if you tap that magnifying button for search, you will only get results that have been uploaded to the cloud. So I hadn't ever actually thought of that, Judy. So hope you're listening.
Okay. Let's see. Another one?
Yeah.
How do I teach people to use the group album?
Okay. This is Bill Harbeck said that he's doing a high school reunion, some kind of reunion where everybody there is taking pictures. So a group album, a shared album with collaboration turned on, is a wonderful way for everybody to contribute their photos to one album that everybody can see. It's way cool. And if you go to Geeks on Tour, and, we have hundreds of articles and many hundreds of videos. I'm not sure where there's one that addresses this issue, but how you can check is tap in the search button. On our website, at the top of every page, there is the search button, and type group album and search. How to make group photo albums. Group photo. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. How to use group photo albums. I think this first one is one of the best, but you can look through all the results. And this one, yes, is talking about a group. Our dive club went on a trip together, and I started a Google Photos album. And luckily, everybody in the group used Google Photos. So that's cool. So here's the instructions to create an album, share an album, and then how the people can add their own photos. The trick, though, Bill, is that everybody needs to be using Google Photos. And what I do when I'm working with a group, some of whom use Google Photos and some don't, I can't force them to use Google Photos.
And you don't want to.
Yeah. So if somebody doesn't use Google Photos, then I tell them, just email your photos to me and I'll add it to the album. Yes, it will look like it's my photos, but I could add a comment on it of where it came from. But so that article is the best piece of tutorial on the website about group albums.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any?
Yeah, I have more questions over here.
Okay.
Or some comments. Let's see. Bonnie, why does Google Photos not allow me to add a location to some photos?
I wonder if what you're talking about. Okay, first, a review of location. If you take a picture with your phone and you have the camera setting turned on to record the location with the phone, then you have the location of that photo. That's great. If you have an old photo in your Google Photos where the location should be, there's a little pencil, and you can tell it where the location was, even though it wasn't recorded when the photo was taken. The problem is, if your phone did record a location, you can't change it. You can only add a location to a photo that had no location of its own. Where this comes into play is if you're using your phone to take photos of old photos that are in an album. So I snap that photo. That photo is taken in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but the picture I was taking a picture of may have been taken in California. Turn off the camera setting for geotagging the photos before you snap photos from an album. Then you'll be able to add. And if Julie is here, thank you. She's the one that taught me about that.
All right. Add a caption to a photo in Google Photos. Any way to search for the caption info?
Yes. Everything you type in a description.
Or on the photo on markup?
On the photo on markup, too. I mean, you take a picture of a sign. All the text in that sign is searchable. You add text using the Google Photos markup feature. That text is searchable. You add a photo description. That description is searchable. Now, it might take a little bit of time. So if you add a caption to a photo right now and then back out and try to search for it, it might not work. But it will tomorrow.
Okay. I miss the I'm feeling lucky in Picasa.
Well, it's just called Enhance now. Same thing.
All right. Okay, Sue says they offer to groups, but not to
But
pages.
not to a page.
I can post to a page. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Not sure.
that absolutely could be. In which case, the only option is that copy and paste.
I do that all the time. Is there any plan for Google Photos to allow for any changes added to Google Photos to be available in downloaded photos, like face recognition?
For Google Photos to allow for any changes to be downloaded. Well, the face recognition is only a part of the Google Photos ecosystem. So no, nothing about that downloads. No. Sorry.
Okay.
Now, one little key, if it really is face recognition that you're talking about, a little tip is to use the live albums instead of just relying on the face grouping, the automatic face grouping that Google Photos does. You can make an album and ask that a particular face gets auto added to the album. Now that album is a real thing that can get downloaded.
Okay. Could its issue be that all of them need to be uploaded before it sees them? Timing?
So Huey is suggesting just that those, 246 gigabytes of photos just need more time. And that could absolutely be. I'm not sure when he did this upload.
Yeah, Roz keeps the backup on so that the search function works.
For all photos, right. I mean, I'm a great believer in making albums to separate the best from all of my photos. But I still want all of my photos. So I leave backup on, absolutely.
Linda has a question. I wanted to make an external drive backup to file away. Good idea. We do that.
Yeah, yeah. When I say that I take. Do we have time? Maybe I'll play. No, I didn't set it up with you before. 574.
You want to play 574?
Yeah, do you maybe already have it in?
Well, let's look
Yeah,
at this
570.
first.
Okay.
Where's the on-off for geolocation? Well, 570. Well, I'm looking for 574.
Okay. Okay. Depends on whether you're on iPhone or Android. I'll show you on both. On iPhone, you go into Settings and Camera. Settings. And is that upside down to the? Oh, no, it's back. Settings, and it's under Privacy and Security. Then Location Services, then Camera, and while using app. So if that is at never, then your camera will not be geo-stamping your photos. You want it on while using app if you want it. But that's where you would turn it off for doing the old photos. Then on Android, instead of your system settings, you actually open the camera and go into the camera settings, the little gear, and it's on here. It's just right here in, location tags. You would turn that off while you're taking pictures of old photos, and then turn it back on again when you're out and about taking real photos.
Okay.
Yep.
Ready for 574?
Yeah, 570. It just seems like there's an awful lot of questions about downloading photos, and this is my way of doing it.
This is Chris Gould with Picasa Tour, and this quick tutorial video is about downloading photos from Google Photos. Google Photos stores your entire library of photos in the cloud so you can see them with any connected device. But most people also want a copy on their local computer or backup hard drive. But here's the deal. On Google Photos, it stores all of my photos. I have thousands and thousands and so many similar shots. I don't need to have all of those. I don't want to have all of those on my hard drive. I have a plan of making a monthly album of just my best shots, and those albums I do download from the cloud in Google Photos to a backup hard drive on my computer. Let me show you how. First, I want to show you my hard drive. It is a external hard drive just plugged into my computer, and it has all sorts of stuff on it. But here is one folder where I put all my backup of my pictures, and I've been doing this for the whole time. And if I show you 2018, for example, you'll see that I have one file, a zip file, for each month, January, February, March. I also make a zip file for special occasions, like a diving trip that we went on. Now let me show you my Google Photos. So here I am in Google Photos, and as you know, it's just one giant stream throughout the years of my 70, 80,000 pictures, okay? So I make an album for each month. I click on Albums, and this is July 2019, so here is my album for June. I open that album and select the three-dot menu and download all. That creates a zip file, and then it stops and asks me where I want to store it. I want it on my Seagate backup drive in the Pictures folder, in the folder for 2019, and I like the album name 2019-06 June, and it's a zip file. I click Save. If yours did not ask you where, then I recommend that you change your browser settings. On Chrome, it's the three dots in the upper right, then Settings, then Advanced all the way at the bottom, then Downloads. And notice I have this setting turned on to ask where to save each file before downloading. Otherwise, they all go to the same place. Your choice, but that's my recommendation. So now let me look at my hard drive. There is June, and I've already done January, March, but it's a zip file. Now, I think that's fine. This is my backup. I don't use my pictures on my computer. This is just if something should happen to my Google Photos, I have my best photos for June. If you do want them visible on your hard drive, then you just right-click and extract all, and it creates a folder with the same name as the zip file, and all your photos are inside there. On a Mac, you do the same thing, just double click. Rather than right clicking, you double click and it will unzip. Unzip your file, and there are all the photos. Last thing, what if you don't make albums? So you don't have an album for June, but you still want to make a zip file, a backup of all your June photos. You can just search for June 2019, then select, you click on the first one, and then you all the way down to the bottom, and you shift click on the last one. It tells me 245 pictures are selected. Those are all the ones from June 2019, and I click on download, and it will do the exact same thing I just showed you with an album. So now you can rest easy knowing that all of your photos are in Google Photos, but you also have your best for every month locally on your hard drive.
All right.
Hopefully that hit a few people's questions.
Okay. Where are we?
I see Debbie Diver has. No, I don't. I'm good.
You're done
over
with
here.
that?
Yep.
Okay. Debbie Diver's external hard drive bit the dust. What brand do you recommend? Seagate. Samsung. I don't recommend Western Digital anymore right now. They had some issues not too long ago, but that's a problem. Okay. I'm definitely going to make time to sort all my photos so I can use albums more efficiently.
Or, since Google has taken it upon themselves to give us these curated memories, take advantage of them.
Right. Save them.
If if you took 1,000 pictures in 1 month, Google is going to give you a best of month memory with maybe 60 or 70 photos in it. You can turn that into an album and download it. So you don't have to do any work if you want to just trust what Google picked.
Jolyn says if you're using a Windows computer, Windows Photos does face recognition to see what's on your computer. You have to turn it on in settings. That's in Windows.
So Windows Photos.
Settings.
I saw somebody else. Yeah, the next Bill Devlin.
Google Photos on desktop will not save edited photos. Why not?
There is no Google Photos on desktop. There's Google Photos app on mobile, and there's Google Photos cloud website, photos.google.com, using a browser. By Google Photos on desktop, you mean you're going to the Microsoft Windows store and finding Google Photos? if you see something there called Google Photos, it's not the real one.
Not from Google.
There is no Google Photos desktop.
Okay, Debbie says the Western Digital is the hard drive that bit the dust. You're not the only one. It seems to have happened. There is an issue. Oh, already did that one.
Yeah, I don't think we have any
Debbie says she got a memory the
insights.
other day of a friend with her then brand new puppy in 2000, Sarah, and shared it, and she loved it. Isn't that nice? Nobody cares. Can you request Google Photos to make a memory of certain time span or topic?
No. Well, they've just started this new thing, which I haven't figured out yet. But as soon as you start making an album, Google Photos makes a album highlights. So come to think of it now, I mean, if you wanted to ask Google to make you a highlights for 2022, you could select all photos for 2022, tell it you and make an album, and then it will give you a highlights. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, this album highlights is a brand new thing. It's not even quite rolling out yet.
Okay.
So maybe yes, but
maybe no.
yeah. We don't have any insight.
No questions?
Nope, we're done.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I like that. We've been done
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I think we're good.
What's going on then? What's coming up, Chris?
What is coming up? We're going to take another week off.
They're up there.
I'm looking at you. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a show this Sunday. We're not planning a show this Sunday. We will the following Sunday, and we'll be on the road. So it's about time that we did a show from the road, and which we can now do because you have a new laptop.
Yes, I have my new MacBook Pro and some new toys to play with, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And so stay tuned.
We are generally on our way to London for the Google Product Expert Summit, but we're taking our sweet time getting there and taking the RV up to his high school reunion in New Jersey. And then we'll fly from New Jersey to London and then back. So we're going to be on
tour.
We're going to be on tour
We are
for
geeks,
the next six weeks.
and we will be on tour, but we'll be in touch. So
We'll be around. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to you, Jolyn. Debbie says enjoy your trip. She just got back from the UK.
Yeah, right. We've been comparing notes. And you know that when we don't have one of our full-length What Does This Button Do shows on Sundays, most of those Sundays, then we now have the Fun with Photos, just a 10-minute podcast, Fun with Photos. And if we don't have that, we send out a written tip. So one way or the other, you could learn with Geeks on Tour every Sunday.
You can run, but you can't hide. Well, that's enough for this week. I'm going to shut this thing down if I can figure out how. Did you want to do that?
No, just
Okay.
end slide.
All right.